Hello everyone, Trey the VA here, and today we're going to be doing a Trickstar deck profile. It has been a while since I've made a video and heck, even updated my Trickstars, but I do enjoy playing this deck. I hope to God Light Stage comes to 2 or 1. Like, please, Konami, highly doubt it, but the deck is, it's not good without Light Stage. But I decided to make a FTK variant of the deck. It's not really an FTK. It's more like, hey, let me just burn my opponent for big damage. But still, it can be FTK worthy if you pull the right hand. But anyway, make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe. Make sure to turn on that bell to join the notification squad. And let's jump in right into this video. Oh, there goes one of my cards. So first, we are going to be playing 3 Trickstar Cantina. Standard, she is your main searcher of the deck. If you don't know what this deck does, basically this deck looks like cute anime girls, but they burn you at the stake. So Cantina, whenever this card is normal summon, you can add 1 Trickstar card from your deck to your hand. Each time your opponent activates a spell or trap card, inflict 200 damage to them immediately after it resolves. So you just made her use her first effect to search and rarely use her second effect. The main card that you really want to use is 3 Trickstar Lycris. I've seen people play her at 2, but I play her at 3, just to see her more often. And what she does is quick effect. You can reveal this card from your hand, then target 1 Trickstar monster you control, except Trickstar Lycris, because that would be broken. Special on this card, and if you do, return the monster to the hand each time a card or cards is added to your opponent's hand. Inflict 200 damage to them for each. So that's how you start to rank up big damage, is Trickstar Reincarnation, and then you have Lycris on field. It's generic cards in here. Next, to Korrabane, your Cyber Dragon Honest. What she does is mainly, if you control no monsters or all monsters you control a Trickstar, special summon her, and whenever your Trickstar monster battles, discard this card and double your Trickstar monster's attack. Then the 1 Lilybell, the standard, attack directly. If this card's added to your hand, special summon it and can attack directly and recycle your monsters that are Trickstars. Next, 1 Narcissus. Whenever you do inflict effect damage, you get a special summon her for free. And whenever your opponent activates a monster effect that's in hand or graveyard, inflict 200 damage after it resolves. So I just use her for the special summon effect and link her off. Next, 2 Nightshade. I only use her for the FTK combo because she is surprisingly good in the FTK combo. Yeah. So if this card is in your graveyard as link material, for a link summon of a Trickstar monster, you can special summon this card, but banish it when it leaves the field. You can only use this effect of Nightshade once per turn. And I only play 2 of her, mainly just to see her more often. If I don't see her, I just add her if I have the other cards. Then 1 Mandrake. I just play her for discard fodder. And if you're playing against a link-based deck, they can just pop a card that's linked next to a monster they're pointing to. So this card is sent to the hand to the graveyard. You can special summon this card from your hand in defense position, but banish it when it leaves the field. If this card is sent to the graveyard as link material for a summon of a Trickstar monster, you can target 1 monster an opponent's link monster points to and destroy it. You can only use each effect of Mandrake once per turn. And that is it for the Trickstars. For the hand traps, 2 Veiler, 2 Honest, because they're all light types and Honest is honest, 3 Ash, and that would be it, because you do not want your opponent to be drawing cards during your turn if they do survive. And then next for the spells, 1 Light Sage, because it's at 1. The best card is at 1. When this card is activated, add 1 Trickstar monster from your deck to your hand once per turn. You can target 1 set spell trap card in your opponent's zone while this card is on the field. Card in the field zone, and then the set target cannot be activated until the end of the phase. Your opponent must activate it during the end phase, or else send it to the graveyard. Each time a Trickstar monster you control inflicts effect damage or battle damage, inflict 200 damage for each. So it just starts ranking up damage, and then to get Off the FTK, we're going to be playing the live stage to recycle our resources and get our token. And the token works really well to Holy Angel's arrows, just so you can burn them for more. One terraforming, because terraforming, we need to search out our field spells. One magical laurel. I will play one of this card. I was thinking about playing it at 2, but 1 seems good enough. You can activate this card by targeting one Trickstar monster in your graveyard, special summon it, and equip it with that card. When this card leaves the field, destroy that monster. Once per turn, if the equipped monster inflicts battle or effect damage to your opponent, you can special summon one Trickstar monster from your hand. You can activate Trickstar Magical Aura once per turn. So, again, we just use the Monster Reborn and then the effect to burn your opponent. So mainly you equip this with your Lycoris and then force your opponent to draw. And then you just burn them, special summon a monster, so on and so forth. Next, 3 Dark Ruin Nightmares, because if you don't see one, you'll see the other. Try to burn for your opponent for lethal damage. It adds another 300 for each burn, including on light stage. So that will rack up to 1 stack or 1k. Next, 3 Chain Summoning. Chain Summoning is really good, mainly because you can normal summon Candina, activate Candina's effect, chain Lycoris, and then chain Summoning, and you get 3 normal summons this turn. And you just pop off. You see Candina and Chain Summoning and a Lycoris, you just win. You just get the FTK off. Unless they ash you, then you're kind of screwed. Then 1 Monster Reborn, because just so you have something to reoccur things. Next, for the traps, 3 Trickstar Reincarnation. Honestly, I'd rather have this at 1 than light stage, but like, I ain't going to quote myself at that. Just give us back light stage. And what this does is banish your opponent's entire hand. If they do, they draw cards up to the same number of cards that was banished. And if this card's in your graveyard, target 1 Trickstar monster in your graveyard and special summon it. So, basically, broken. We have a nice art for Holy Angel. You know, the usual. Next, 3 Stormings. Just because if we do go first and they survive, we might have something to pull off. And then next, 2 Lost Winds. Well, you can target 1 special summon monster and then negate its effects and half its attack. When that happens, and they special summon a monster from the extra deck, you can set this card from the graveyard, but banish it when it leaves the field. So yeah, that's it for the deck. Let's go on to the extra deck. So, of course, we are playing 3 Holy Angels, 2 of the original art, 1 alternative art, because why not? This requires 2 Trickstar monsters. Each time a Trickstar monster is normal or special summon to a zone that this card points to, inflict 200 damage to your opponent. Trickstar monsters that cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects while it points to it. If your opponent takes damage from a Trickstar monster effect, this card gains attack equal to the damage they took until the end of this turn. So again, your main thing for the FTK is Trickstar Holy Angel. Gotta go burn. And then next, 2 Crimson Heart. Crimson Heart's really good in this deck. Just to force your opponent to draw those cards and make sure that they have no opportunity to go into that little play right there. And basically you just discard a Trickstar card, draw 2 cards of your opponents. If your life points are higher than 2,000, if your life points are higher by 2,000 than your opponent's, draw 2 cards instead. But your opponent still draws a card, so you still get a burn for that. Gotta punish them, you know? And I kind of forgot to put these here, but 3 Trickstar Bloom. Again, forcing your opponent to draw a card is really good. Sure, it gives them hand advantage, but hopefully they do not survive that turn that you give them that advantage. And yeah, you just use this to link off more cards and takes 1 level 2 or lower Trickstar. 2 Diva Ritas. it just punishes your opponent for even more special summoning. But it needs two level 3 or lower Trickstar monsters. You can only control one Divaritas. This card is special summon. Inflict 200 damage to your opponent. If your opponent normals or special summons a monster, inflict 200 damage to your opponent. So you're just using the first effect mainly on your first turn. Burn them. Continue on with your plays. One Black Cat Bat. She's just here because we need more names in the deck. Two Foxglove Witch. This is like if you're going second and if you just want to have more burn consistency or you just want to go into it. Really good. Generic. One Delphinium to recover resources if you want to. And one Belladonna to finish off the extra deck. And she is also a part of the FTK. So, yeah, I will also be posting test hands and how the combo will work. And, yeah, I do hope you guys enjoyed the video. Sorry that this video was, short, but this video will come with a tutorial and a test hands in the next video that I'm going to be recording. And I hope you guys do enjoy. I'm sorry this took a while. I'm sorry this is a short video. But I do hope you guys enjoy. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video.